Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of 1998 Represent. On this episode, we're taking a look at Metal Gear Solid, one of the probably greatest video games of all time. Probably my favorite game series of all time, I would say. I think Metal Gear Solid 3 is easily my favorite game of all time. Absolutely love that game. Played through it several times with both the the original release, the Subsistence re-release, as well as the 2011 HD kind of remaster as well. But today we're talking about the game that kind of started the entire Metal Gear Solid series. That is the original Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation. I actually have the game right here, an original version of it. Bought this before I even had a PlayStation. I didn't play it right away in 1998. But a couple years later, I was using a PlayStation emulator. I think it was like Connectix Virtual Game Station. Got that and then bought, I remember playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater that way, or Pro Skater 2, I should say. Well, and the original Pro Skater. And then as well as Metal Gear Solid. And I think that was before I even had a PlayStation USB adapter or anything like that. So I remember beating Metal Gear Solid with a keyboard in that emulator. It was definitely kind of not the ideal way to play it, but I'm kind of proud that I was able to beat the game just using a keyboard. They eventually did a PC release as well, but easily one of the greatest games of all time. I remember it coming out in 1998, and I think the previous release, at least in the United States, was Metal Gear 2, which is Snake's Revenge, which is not a very good game. I don't think Kojima or really anybody that was involved with the actual Metal Gear games was actually involved with that. I think Konami just needed something, and they basically just slapped Metal Gear on it, slapped Snake in the game, and it's definitely not even like the original Metal Gear at all. Remember, I think Metal Gear was like 1988, the original, and 10 years is not a long time, but when you are between the ages of 8 and 18, it definitely feels like a lot longer. So I remember reading about this game before it came out and being like, oh yeah, I remember reading about the original game in Nintendo Power, or like one of the very first or second issues, like very early on in the lifespan of that magazine. And then a couple years later, 1990, I think is when we get Snake's Revenge. I actually have both Metal Gear and Snake's Revenge complete. I have the games boxed up somewhere. I have a huge Metal Gear Solid collection from Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 4, some of the Acid games, like Acid 1 and 2, the Portable Ops games. The most recent one I played, I think, was 5. I played that on PC, so I don't have the physical release of that. Didn't love 5, but I thought it was still pretty good. But let me check my notes here from this game, and then we're also going to showcase some of the gameplay as well. So, Metal Gear Solid released September 3rd in Japan, October 20th in North America. It's the sequel to Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, which was I think it was on the MSX2, I think, or MSX2. And the only way to play that was through an emulator with like a translation patch. Then eventually, I think in 2006, when they did the Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence version, it included an American or English version of Metal Gear 2. And Metal Gear 2 ties directly into certain characters and events in Metal Gear Solid. I remember this coming out. It was a very cinematic game. Probably the first game I played that had like film-like production quality to it. You had a full cast of voice actors doing, all the dialogue. You had incredible music. You had credits like you would see in a movie, where like the first level of the game is you are in this kind of underground dock area trying to get up to the base, and you have the credits for various like people involved in the game popping up as you would in a movie. There was an interesting thing with the voice acting in this game. I think David Hayter is the only one that actually is credited with his actual name, and I think there's a thing with the Screen Actors Guild where they weren't sure if video game voice acting was covered by it, so a lot of the actors in the game were going under like fake names at that point. When they re-released the game in 2004, they did a GameCube version, which is Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes, which is also excellent. The voice actors have their proper names in there. It's basically universally acclaimed. It came out, one of the greatest games of all time. I feel I already mentioned that earlier. It wasn't necessarily the first stealth game, because I think Thief came out earlier that year and kind of beat Metal Gear to kind of the punch there. But definitely, like, the stealth genre, I think this game basically helped really usher in the stealth genre, probably more so than Thief. I think Thief is a really good game, but I think Metal Gear Solid was just more well known. So games like Splinter Cell kind of spawned out of this, different game companies making those, but very similar in gameplay. And Splinter Cell is also a great series as well. Let's see. Originally, it was going to be released on the 3DO, I think. They started development on it on the 3DO, and then moved it over to the Sony PlayStation. Let's see. Apparently, they tried to make the game like fully like first person, but it was apparently hard to control. There is a first person mode in the game, but you can only really use it to look. You can't do any. You don't get to like shoot guns in first person or anything like that. That would eventually come up in Metal Gear Solid 2, where you can actually, you know, aim guns in first person and look around in first person. In this first game, you can really only look around in first person. And when they released or redid the GameCube version, they basically carried over all of the gameplay stuff from Metal Gear Solid 2 into that remake. So you were able to do the first person aiming, you were able to hang off of ledges. My only real kind of complaint with Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes, is it felt like they didn't really scale the difficulty to compensate for those new gameplay mechanics. So Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes feels like I find it a lot easier than the original, because it feels like the AI, like the enemy AI and the difficulty didn't really go up. But those mechanics make the game much easier, because you can hang off of ledges and avoid guards that way. In the original, you weren't able to hang off ledges and you weren't able to shoot in first person. Like I said, they remade it in 2004. There's rumors of a new remake coming. I think there is a Nintendo Switch version coming, which is Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 2, and Metal Gear Solid 3. I think that comes out later this year. I don't think those are remakes. I think it's just basically ports, which I haven't played Metal Gear Solid 1 on like the Switch. It seems like I think they're doing that on Xbox and PlayStation as well. But I'll probably pick up the Switch version because that's my only kind of current gen system. And I think it's like all three of those games plus some extra stuff. And I think that releases later this year. But one quick thing to mention about some of the boss battles in this game are just incredibly good, incredibly creative, especially if you're talking about the Psycho Mantis battle, where you are essentially required to pop the controller out of the first player port and put it into the second player port, so Psycho Mantis can't read your mind. He also reads your memory card, which is really cool. I never had any other Konami stuff on that memory card. Like when I played it originally through that emulator, I didn't have any other Konami stuff on the emulated save file, so he wasn't able to read that. But if you played, for example, I think Castlevania Symphony Castlevania Symphony of the Night is one of them. I think Suikoden 2 is one of them. So he's basically scanning your memory card for other Konami games. But that's just an incredibly creative boss fight. Like, the boss fights in the game are just awesome. You have boss fights against, like, Gray Fox, like Cyber Ninja, against Sniper Wolf, Vulcan Raven. You have first boss fight is against Revolver Ocelot, and you basically have to, you can shoot at him, but basically the best way to do it is to actually just ricochet bullets off the walls. It's just incredibly creative. All the games kind of had these very interesting boss battles that you're going up against. This game, I believe, changed Electronic Gaming Monthly's like award policy, because I think up to that point there was like bronze, silver, and gold awards, I think. And gold was like for games that like basically averaged like a 9 or above. I think silver was like 8, and I don't know if they had a bronze. They may have not had a bronze, but they definitely had silver and gold. And Metal Gear Solid was the first game that got a perfect 10 from all the people reviewing it, like 3 or 4 people reviewing. I think it was probably 4. But it was the very first game to basically get perfect scores across the board, and it was the very first one to get basically EGM's Platinum Award. I think Ocarina of Time later that year also got it. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 picked it up. I think Halo, the original Halo, got it. I don't know if Halo 2 got it. Halo 2 may have gotten it. And then I think the last 2 Grand Theft Auto games on the PlayStation 2, or the main ones. I think Vice City and San Andreas may have also picked up those Platinum Awards as well. The music in the game is just incredible. There's like an amazing score. I remember playing through the game, and I don't know if it's like the Invasion music, but it sounds very much like the music from Speed when Keanu Reeves and Jeff Daniels are going through like the building in the opening thing. It's very reminiscent of that. I know Hideo Kojima is like a huge fan of action movies, so a lot of stuff he's based on kind of like a lot of stuff off like of Terminator, and pulls kind of various things from like all kinds of film and what have you. Todd McFarlane's company made an awesome toy line from this game. I actually have all the figures for that. They're stored away right now. But the Vulcan Raven figure is just awesome. It's huge, it's heavy and bulky. The Cyber Ninja figure is just incredibly well articulated. And then they eventually did toy line for Metal Gear Solid 2. I think 2 was the last one that they did for McFarlane Toys, but the Metal Gear Solid figures from McFarlane Toys are just awesome. And I can't say anything more, I can't like really say anything bad about this game. This game is just, it's incredible. One of the best games of all time. That's going to do for this brief kind of like intro and some bits about that. We're going to jump into some gameplay and see if I can still play this game. I haven't played it in a while, and the last time I played it, it was the remake. So this is going to be playing the original Metal Gear Solid, and we'll be right back with that gameplay.
All right. Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
We are in the game now.
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
I remember there was a really interesting copy protection thing on the game. Right here, probably not going to see it very well, that is Meryl's frequency, and you meet her in the game, and she's like, hey, contact me on the frequency that's on the back of the case. I'm probably going to skip most of the codec conversations just to, you know, make it not boring, I guess. Cool thing with this game, you can actually go in the water here. There's actually some stuff. Got a ration. And I know there's another ration right over there. The box is spinning. The thing is, you can't get to it if you go in the water and try to climb up. You have to, it's like a whole risk versus reward thing. Is it worth it to try to get that ration, avoid the guards, or is it just more, is it better just to go through and get to the elevator? And the gameplay on this, even though the gameplay is kind of antiquated a little bit, it still holds up incredibly well. Alright, there's supposed to be a guard. I don't know where he's at. He's probably... Okay, there's two guards. Let's see if that guard moves. Alright, he's coming over here. And the great thing with this game is, when they designed, I guess the original Metal Gear as well, is it sounded like it was a hard game to sell because, or to sell to a publisher, because they're like, it's a game where you're avoiding combat most of the time. You're trying not to engage or fight enemies. You're trying not to get seen. Okay, I think it's clear now to go that way. Okay. Oh shit, alright, that guy's coming up that way. Oh, there we go, there's the iconic... Oh, that guy. The iconic alert sound. Get that ration. My health is really low. I'm probably just going to throw this game in, because like, I want you guys to see the the kill screen, if you will, because it's iconic. It's when you get defeated. Let's go find this guard, and we'll start over. All right, here we are.
Snake, what happened? Snake! Snake!
That is one of the most iconic game over screens, I think, in all of gaming. Just the fact that you have Colonel Campbell just yelling at you, like yelling because you just got killed. So grab the ration. Rations in this game are basically you can take them to restore your health. Metal Gear Solid 3 did a really good thing with the food system. Like each game definitely seemed to improve on the others. Okay, let's get here. I totally didn't expect that guard to be where he was when I went around there. Okay, because I think he'll come back. Then once he comes back the second time, he can then follow and go to the right. Right, there he goes. All right. Okay, the top guard I'm not too worried about. Let's get over here. Okay, let's go. Oh, god damn it. There we go again. I will take the ration. Alright, here comes the elevator. Guards are going to come off of this, so let's see what my health... I think my health should be okay since I took the ration. Okay, I don't know where the best spot to stand is right now. Depends on what direction this guard is going to go. Okay, I think it's clear. All right. And this is a really cool scene where it'll actually be like movie credits where you actually have some of the stuff popping up as the scene is unfolding. And I think these graphics still look pretty good considering that the game is 25 years old. Alright, so this will take us to the top of the base, and then you need to get into the base here. Like I said, I'm probably going to skip most of the codec conversations just to kind of speed this up a little bit. I know there's a gun in one of these trucks. It's a SOCOM pistol. Or it might be just silent SOCOM. I don't remember exactly. Alright, I'm probably going to skip through most of this.
It's Snake.
The game is definitely very dialogue heavy, so I don't necessarily think that makes for a great video of just sitting here listening to all the dialogue. There's
B. Colonel.
There's Liquid Snake chilling over there.
What's the Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed.
Yeah, because I think we got another conversation coming up with, I think it's Mei Ling, I think.
There are only 18 hours left until...
Alright, there's Mei Ling. That she's your basically your save contact.
The bright dot in the middle is used.
It gives you a kind of a tutorial on how to use the radar.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather.
I wonder if do codec contacts save automatically? Let me check that. Yeah, so they're already saved. So if we go to Mei Ling, we can save.
What's up, Snake? Snake, remember what the Gauls said. The graveyards are full of indispensable men. Snake, you're all alone and surrounded by bad guys. Try to be careful and avoid getting into a fight when...
Mei Ling has got like a lot of like kind of like little bits of wisdom that she'll throw out once you call her. Paramedic in Metal Gear Solid 3 was the same way, but she would like to talk about movies, which was kind of cool. Okay, I think I got to get to that truck there. I don't know what the best way to go about doing that is. I can probably avoid the spotlight. Oh, there we go. No, I've already been caught. All right. So now we went from alert mode to basically patrol mode, or whatever it's called. And then it will go back to normal after evasion. That guard, is that a camera or a guard? I think the cameras are yellow, right? Alright, well, we need to definitely avoid the spotlights, but we need to get into that truck to get the SOCOM pistol. I like that you can do this and draw guards' attention. I thought I was out of range of it. I guess not. Okay, we'll see if the AI is going to get into the truck here. Oh my god, they very well might go in there. Okay, I am playing this game terribly. I gotta see where the... I know you gotta go to the... shit.
Huh? Whose footprints are these?
Alright, that guard is dead. Alright, we're gonna load our save and try to at very least get into the base here. So let's see if it brings me to where I was. Okay, cool. I thought I was out of the range of the, what was it called? The spotlights, but I guess not. Okay, you can't climb over there. Oh yeah, you can smoke. Okay, so we definitely need to get into the truck there. Okay, like I sneezed.
Huh? Whose footprints are these?
There's another ration. Is that guy following this direction? He's kind of suspicious.
A surveillance camera?
Okay. So, yeah, because I know the chaff grenades can have the potential to disrupt security cameras. Okay, I think I'm out of range of the cameras, but let's see here. There's guards patrolling there. Oh, I got caught. I got seen.
Where'd he go?
Alright, so we are in the base. Not a great way to get the game started. I've been seen, like, what, at least twice there, once inside the other thing. Now we're here in the air vents.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what do you...
Alright, skip through this. Let's go ahead and save.
Sorry, the Soliton radar won't work in a narrow space. Too much harmonic resonance. The radio waves produce interference, and we can't analyze the topographic...
Let's go ahead and save that.
Don't give up, Snake.
Let's pop a ration here. Let me see, I have the SOCOM. I haven't gotten the silencer yet.
I moved the Darkman chief to the cell in the first floor basement.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell?
Did something happen?
There's an intruder.
Really?
He's already done 3 people.
He's killed 3 people?
Yeah. Say he's using stealth, too.
Stealth? There's an intruder besides me?
Anyway, I want you to increase the security detail on the chief.
Yeah, because I've gotten rid of a couple of people already, but they're definitely spoilers for the game. If you haven't played this, probably shouldn't be watching. But they're talking about the Cyber Ninja, which is one of the more iconic fights in the game as well. Box there. Go grab that. Wait, can I grab that? Whoa.
Press the action button to drop down.
I kind of don't want to drop down. I kind of want to grab the box first. Alright, so now we're at the end of this. Let's drop down here.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
Okay, so the radars are... Got the thermal goggles.
You found out where the DARPA chief is. Come on, Snake, you can do it.
I think that's the elevator right there, but is there another... All right.
Snake, answer me! Snake! Snake!
That's just so I can get out of there. There we go. Yeah, and the twin snakes you can actually dangle off of these ledges. And it makes the game a lot easier. It kind of feels like, yeah, like I said, they didn't really update the difficulty to do it that way. But okay, that camera's going to go out in a second. There we are. Okay, that guard is there. I don't know if I went to the right floor, but...
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot.
Don't I have to be in a vent to do this, though? Okay, there's no cameras, at least. At least not currently. Can't get in that way. Oh yeah, I gotta climb this ladder.
Snake, if you want to go up or down a ladder,
yeah, because I think you had to drop into that cell, and then you encounter Meryl right after coming out of it. And there's Meryl's cell.
Is that a woman? Not him.
Snake, the DARPA chief's signal is coming from... Snake, the DARPA...
Who's that?
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
You here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true. You don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for keeping the dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
What I'm about to tell you is classified information. Okay? We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon.
Here we go.
A weapon that will change the world.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Metal Gear. It can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between ArmsTech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data and then proceed to mass production. If it hadn't been for the revolution.
Revolution?
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex?
Metal Gear Rex. The code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping weapons.
Hey! Shut up in there, will ya?
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL? Yes, of course, there is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes, Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker? The president of ArmsTech?
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But they found out my password.
You talked?
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password...
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
The card keys.
Card keys?
They were designed by ArmsTech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes. You can stop the launch.
That card key.
So where are the keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement?
I heard the guards say they moved him to an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes, they cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color?
That's a classic hidden area video game thing. Different color walls or weirdly shaped rocks, that kind of stuff.
A hand card. It works together with your body's own electrical field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission medium. As you approach the door's security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? What is it?
Hey, what happened?
Yeah, that's that Fox die.
Dead.
Naomi, the chief. What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but...
A heart attack?
Don't move! So you killed the chief, you bastard! Liquid?
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie!
I'm telling you, shoot!
Oh, of course I get shot right then. Right, let's see where we are. Okay, we're still here. Alright, that should open in a second. Alright, let's skip the cutscene and let's go right to the game.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
I'm telling you, shoot!
Alright, do not go after those items. Grenades. Then Psycho Mantis, I think, messes with her. You follow her, then she tries to shoot you, I think, right?
Who are you?
Yeah, because I definitely remember Psycho Mantis. There we go.
You've killed him!
I'm sorry, sir.
His mental shielding was very strong. I could not dive into his mind.
Now we'll never get that detonation code.
Boss, I have a good idea.
Naomi, I just had some kind of hallucination.
Came from Psycho Mantis. Alright. We're gonna save.
What's up, Snake? Snake, listen to what...
Alright. And I think that is going to do it for this video. This has been Metal Gear Solid, one of my favorite games of all time. I'm not playing it particularly well currently, but I still love this game. It's an amazing game, an amazing series of games, and just one of, I think, like, one of the greatest games of all time, and then, of course, one of the greatest games of 1998, one of the games that definitely made this year, at least in gaming, one of the best years ever, if, in my opinion, the best year ever for video gaming. That's going to do it for this video. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll be back again next time, probably with another album, and then probably doing another movie after that, and then another video game after that. Again, this has been Metal Gear Solid. Thanks again for watching. Take care and have a good one. See ya.